Hey guys, so welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you some acid work. So we're going to do a MIDI acid, maybe some audio acid and some one-shots and whatnot. So fairly quick tutorial, straight to it. Let's kind of see what we're working with. We've got a kick, got a bass, we've got a percussion. So when you're doing your acid, it's really important, I find, to kind of have a groove going. If you just try and do it on its own, even just with the kick, it never particularly sounds that nice. Now, predominantly for a long time, I've just used audio files and kind of changed the key. So I'll show you that as well. But what we're going to do now is we're going to just do some MIDI. Now, of course, you can just obviously throw some acid MIDI in there, and that's absolutely fine. But I've got this incredible pack called MTI MIDI files, and in there is some acid MIDIs. Now, the last time I tried to find this, as far as I was aware, I couldn't find it anywhere online, but I think it's back up for sale now. But it was a really good buy. It's definitely worth it. So there's loads of different random acids. We are in the key of D, so let's just try. Let's go to a random one. I think I always like to kind of put a few in because inevitably the first one never works. So we'll just save a bit of time. And the whole point with acids, you don't want just like a 16th. Like a rolling 16th, like a bass. It's going to be boring. So let's have a quick look what we're working with here. So this might work, but there's far too many notes. So let's put it in D's to start off with. And yeah, we don't want these notes, at least not in the key of D. With it being an acid, everything should be in a root note. At least that's how I've always done it. We don't want to overcomplicate it. Now, this might be overly complicated, but we'll have a little look. We'll go to this one. Again, oops. I've not been producing in so long, so I'm just getting used to my key commands again. It's like muscle memory. So not sure about the octaves yet, but that'll do for now. So let's just get an acid sound. Now, I'm kind of changing the way I work. So you'll see no MIDI Q4 and Arts Acoustic anymore. And basically, I came to a conclusion that having all that predisposed processing is very, very, very good, especially for my clients. But when you get a bit more experienced, it can kind of make things a little bit thin and a bit harsh if you're not careful. So what I'm doing is I'm adding it as I need to go. So rather than a predisposed reverb and an EQ, I'll do it as I go. What I need to do is I need to go through my template and set it up so it has the EQ, MIDI Q4, Arts Acoustic turned on, so I can use it if I need to. But yeah, so you'll see me doing that today. So yeah, if you wonder why the template's a bit different, that's why. So we just got an EQ as a kind of second barrier, everything below 130. It does make a difference when we've got the LFO tool. I just like to kind of have it down, just what's going off about 2 blocks down. So 1 block, 2 block, nothing crazy. Got a compressor. It's a set of gain at -5. This gain isn't affecting anything. It's just it's the last in a chain. But I find that when it's on, compression makes things louder. So it's a good way to kind of have everything balanced out. And yeah, let's have a little look. So I like to solo the acid first. And we'll go to silent. I've not used silent in so long. I just pretty much use Spire nowadays. Go to the banks. Let's go to my bank that I did with Bluff Monkey. Let's have a look what's going on. So we'll turn the arpeggiator off. Pretty damn good, but it's too low. Sounds like a TB 500 acid or something. Change it a little bit. We're definitely on the right track straight away with that. I'm pretty happy with that. Bear in mind, there's no processing here. This is straight out of silent. sounding pretty damn good. So let's kind of bring this to life a little bit. We don't need to go crazy. Let's have a look at compression actually. Just a little bit of compression, man, 3 decibels. We could do anything to this really. There's a million things we could do. But first of all, let's kind of get a delay on there. We'll just put Omniboys on there. I'm just going to use preset 1. Sounds like shit because there's no automation, so we'll get rid of these because these sound pretty good. And what we do is we'll draw the automation in. Boom. Should be good. So I'm going to widen it 75% and cut everything below 200 hertz out, thereabouts. It's not the easiest thing to do, so don't have to be meticulously sharp with that. Sounds incredible. Looks like every single channel has gone to a different automation. I don't know how on earth that's happened. Look at the state of that. See if I can figure this out. Oh, thank God for that. Right. Could have been here all day if not. So I don't know how that's happened. But you know what these tutorials are all about, real life shit. We don't do fancy edits and cut shit out because this is real life shit that happens, and it's important to show you that. I'm going to do something I've never really done before, but I learned it from a producer, and I'm still kind of getting used to it. Again, I'm producing a bit differently now, but we're going to look at the kick and where the kick peaks in the high end. Now, I've taken a bit of the highs out, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to the bus channel on the percussion and the acid and take it out and allow the click of the kick to cut through a bit more. See, all the energy is between 2 and 10K. So let's just see what happens. I might not end up doing this because it's a bit... If you don't know exactly what you're doing, it's not really worth doing it. But... So I think we said 2,000 and 10,000. I don't really hear too much, but fuck it. We'll keep it anyway. Just to try new things. Yeah, I'm going to sack it off because I can't really hear a noticeable difference. There's no need to be clever, and I'm all about showing people the basics. So if you can't hear it, what's the point? So on this, it looks like the mix kind of is how powerful it is, and the feedback is obviously how long it is. It's really important that you adjust for low cut and delay, so all the nasty low end stuff doesn't come through. Everything below, oh my god, I can't speak today. Everything below 200 hertz should be good. And I've used a mix of a delay in the synth and this one. I just like to do that. I think if you turn it off in the synth and rely just on this, it's not as good. And if you don't use it and you just use the synth, it's not as good either. You've got to remember, synth has got a million different things. So the delay probably not going to be as good quality as a dedicated delay. Now I don't know the science behind that. I mean, is a delay just a delay, or is there more to it than that? Should probably try and figure that one out. But yeah, for now. Tell you what though, I'm going to kind of go back on my words. Because we've got the Omniboys delay as well, I'm going to turn the delay off in here. Let's see what happens. There, you've just got the reverb, which is nice. I'd like to cut more low end out with that reverb, but I honestly don't know how to do it on this. I'm guessing it's this. I like to just do a filter sweep, so you swing it all the way to the right and then bring it down to the point where you don't need anything else lower. Anything below 170 just doesn't really sound good. So there you go. That's like one acid. Let's do another acid and we'll do audio this time. So we'll mute this for now and hope for the best. And let's just go to samples. Acid loops. Now, the beauty of how I like to do it, I don't like the idea of just taking something straight out of a sample pack. I've done it on a couple of occasions before, and I just feel a bit guilty about it. So if you're going to do it, let's try and change it up a little bit. Now, these are O and D, which is handy. Let's try C, which is not far away from D. Now, our ears have been conditioned to listen in D, so it sounds out of key in C because it is out of key. Now, I could use Loop Cloud, and that fixes this problem. It's brilliant because you can basically audition all of your acids in D. So I might do that in another video. I've already done a video on it, but for now, we'll just kind of find an acid that works with the kick and then go from there. I mean, that's going to work straight away. I know it will. So we'll put it in. We'll transpose it. I need to find the key command for transpose, so bear with. Again, learning everything back. Transpose. So that looks fucking confusing, I'm not gonna lie. One semitone, 12, so it's just, okay, it's not that bad actually. So it's just option and down. Is this gonna work? Fuck me, it does. Right, so C, C sharp, D, brilliant. Working really nice. I'm just going to EQ and see if moving it around, taking stuff out, allows it to come through more. This is the guy in the background EQ, so I've basically spread it really wide. We got a, 90. It's really super wide. That one's 90. And then this one's 75. So again, I'm kind of learning new things on the job here. Normally, I would just use my microphone and be done with it. But I've boosted this one, and because it's kind of wide, I've pushed it a little bit higher. Nothing crazy. Still kind of getting used to stuff. But that is 3 decibels. So yeah. My question is, because we've done that, do we need to drop this 3 decibels? So we'll copy it. Again, I'm just learning. Just seeing. So let's go -3. This one's plus, this one's minus. Get rid of that at the end. What we'll do is we'll play them both together and compare and see if taking away this EQ, where this one is pushed up, makes a difference. I don't think it's going to, but we'll see. Again, I'm just not really hearing that much difference, and I've made loads of great tracks without having to do this, so it's going to keep it simple. But I am going to keep the little boost in here. My mind works in a way that I want to do everything now, and like I want to start like taking stuff out. But if I do that, I'm gonna have a million different EQs taking loads of things out, and I don't really know kind of what I'm doing. So I'm and I know that sounds crazy, but my way of working for all these years has been just using Mag EQ4 and the bus channel and choosing sounds that work well together. So it's all this way of EQing is all new to me. Now we've done a little boost there, and it sounds good. And you know, is taking away something going to help? I find that taking away elements around here just makes it sound thin. So I don't mind admitting that I've got some learning to do in terms of EQing, just to see if I can improve my sound a little bit. So, you know, we'll never stop learning. I've been producing now nearly 20 years, so... Pretty good so far. So what we'll just do now is we'll do an acid one shot. So we'll duplicate this. Probably going to kind of want to keep it on anyway, but we'll see what happens. And all I'm going to do is I like to just, in fact, actually, let me pull this down. Just find the line at the end, just one little note, and you automate it from the bottom upwards. So I'll show you. Need to find the sound first, but obviously the same sound in a minute, so... Let's have a look at the kicks, see what we've got here. Now, you never want your bass to clash with your kick, so you've got to be careful here. Should get rid of that one too, really. Tell you what, we don't want to get rid of it because it's going to sound a bit weird. So what we'll do instead, we'll just use a gain tool. Very simply. That's my bass atmosphere. Can I put a gain on there? That'd be handy. That's my bus channel, so yep. And really simply, all we're going to do this one is reverse it. And then what I do again next time, I would get those two, but I would do variations on the MIDI. And there you go, that's pretty much it. So we've got an audio acid, a MIDI acid, and we've got a one shot. Keeping it really simple, it's just going to the bus channel with an EQ, LFO tool, a compressor, and a limiter. Probably don't need a limiter, but it's just I just like to have it on anyway. And each individual channel has obviously got a bit of EQ, widener, reverb if it needs it. I didn't use the Omniboys or the wider for this one. It sounds kind of nice in the middle. Didn't need any more delay really. And then this acid, I've pushed it up in the highs. But other than that, just kind of kept it simple. So there you go, little tutorial for you. As always, you can drop me a line, tutorials@AdamEllisDJ.com if you'd like to find out more about my lessons. Check out my new website, AdamEllisDJ.com. On there you can find sample packs, feedback service, one-to-one lessons which you can buy now without signing up to my course, templates, etc. So go and check it out, and I'll speak to you very soon.